Featuring real monsters from the Doom world. Killing in the name of. They do what they told you. They do what they told you. And then they do what they told you. Get me out of here. Come on. Come on. Thank you. No, be a dashboard. Boom.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
I refuse. Across the solar system to Edgewater for the upteenth time.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Anybody moving? I don't really care. That was probably fixed. The bug fixed, right? That's fine. It has to have been. He has to have been. Alright, we have made it. Skirt.
I used to skip rocks in the river till Constable Reyes ticketed me for unlicensed terraforming. I think she was jealous.
Get bent.
She don't know how to skip rocks her own self.
Good night, monkeys. The guardian ape.
I'd wager this is the outpost. Rebecca! Anders! Covering you!
That's the last of them!
Hey, take a gander. The door's busted. Rebecca? Anders? You in there? Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Here, I'll fix it.
You some sort of tech genius over here?
Oh no. What did you do?
Oh, Nyoka.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Ah, jeez. I won't let them get me.
They were...
That's all you need to know.
That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses. Ugh. Or to leave your medallions to rot with you, but Clara would want to be buried with her sister.
Becketh. Anderson.
At
With the
least,
garbage?
at least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I'm glad. If she were still alive now, break her to know the truth.
So you don't want to know, ruin her
Yeah,
hopes and
maybe.
dreams.
I'm used to disappointment. She was still so naive as to let it hurt her every time it happened. Only thing left is to
I
take
mean,
these
obviously, I've
medallions
seen your
home,
hair.
which means figuring out how to bait the Mannequeen out of our old base. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a primal might do the trick.
I'd rather just go
No,
in there guns
we need
blazing.
a plan. You may be a capable sort, but so are my friends. I ain't making that mistake
I've
twice.
taken down gods.
Never had the pleasure of
Have you
hunting
seen my
primals,
energy?
but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we? I'm sure they've got pheromones.
Okay. Journal. Go to Scylla. Go to Scylla. To Scylla. 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 Say. Welcome back to Scylla.
Captain, if you're looking for...
I know, I heard your 3 quips 1,000 times. What's on Haru's base? I guess it doesn't matter to go to either one. But I don't remember there ever being
Destination reached. Scylla.
monkeys on Haru's base. I mean, you're just saying go to the planet. Okay. Hurt me.
Take cover!
One heal closer to the achievement. I don't know monkeys count, but I tried. One good enough? Let's just go over here anyway. Just follow the marker, it's fine. Why did you get iframes when you were doing? Melt that fool. You think on me.
Everyone all right?
Don't mind if I do. His legs fell off. Are you good, Nyoko?
That queen
Yoka?
ain't gonna go down easy. What's up?
She will go down like a sack of bricks. These glands are gross, please take
Outstanding.
them.
These ought to be enough. There's an old base I used to
Okay.
call home. I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the Queen's brood to get to the center. We'll set the bait. Password to the door is Charon. Fucking right we are.
I thought that would end it. Okay. Map. Ship is over here. Interior.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are...
Let him argue. We're going to Monarch.
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
Boodle-doom. Have I been to your hideout before? That's okay. Take your time. Found it. Got it. Did it. Bop it. Skirt. They're nerds.
That's the last of them.
Well, this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here in a rage and exterminate all these bugs and everything would be all right in the end. But I ain't. I'm mostly just empty. A little sad, maybe. The first night Hayes and I spent in here, we knew it was home. It's safe. It's got a nice chill to it. But mostly, it doesn't stink of sulfur.
Honestly, you
Monarch
talk.
folks often joke about it. Not because of the smell or the grittiness it leaves in your throat. Not because of the headaches or the coughing. It's because there's no escaping it. It's life here, and there ain't anything you can do about it. But here, somehow the sulfur never made it. The nights we spent in here felt like vacations. So we started building. We hauled in steel, hired sublight folk to help.
Had to read the
That's how we
ellipses.
met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after our contract was up. Opal liked camping. Anders liked chasing her tail. 4 of us for a while, scraping together what bits we could to build our home. Then came Rebecca, a sawbones out of the Cascadia survivors, who took a kindness to Hayes. And Clara, her little sister. I'll admit I wasn't keen on taking her on at first, but for a teenager, she was surprisingly capable. She had a head for numbers, helped us trade hides for food and materials, negotiated contracts. Turned out to be mighty useful. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, and me. 6 folks, 1 name, 1 family, Charon. Despite Monarch trying to kill us day in and day out, we managed to belong.
I'm sorry they aren't here to kick some manti, but let's do this.
Look out!
Where? It's over here. Bulls, you got you did that quick. Really? I never reloaded apparently. I'm gonna need some help because they all died instantly. What are you, boy? Is this you? Still on fire. Don't worry. I got him. Just burning alive.
We did it.
Cool.
We fucking did it! I'd hug you if I weren't covered in guts. Come on, let's find those medallions.
Who's eating over here? Opal.
I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but at least we're all here. This bringing them together, burying them. This is the kind of thing Hayes would have done. That makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left well enough alone, but that also makes it right. Captain, thank you. You mind if
You're
we
welcome.
rest a spell before we head out? I'd like to bury Opal and Clara proper before I lay everyone's medallions to rest.
Sure, hold on.
What? Why? Them's painful memories, Captain.
Well, they're not for me. Both good and the bad, not just the bad.
That ain't a bad point. All right, Captain. Thanks.
We good?
You know, I'd been assuming this entire stay on your ship thing isn't a permanent arrangement. Part of my contract? That said, you ain't been eaten or shot to death yet. Says a lot about the stability of your future. And to be honest, I'm about sick of sleeping on bar stools. So how's about this? You keep letting me stay on that ship of yours, and I'll keep shooting at the things you point at. Outstanding.
Sounds good. You'll never leave the outside of that ship again. Get me out of here. To Byzantium. Cowards. Titus Androdicus. Burbage. So we got the Vicar, done. Sam, I don't think he has one, done. Parvati, I believe we're at the end, almost done. Ellie, gotta do that. Felix, done. Yoko, done. Just 2 more. And we're in Act 3, so hopefully we're done soon. I think after like 30 hours, I can say that I think the looting
Captain,
is kind of boring,
Felix and the Vicar
and I don't
are
really care for the
arguing
combat,
again.
so like I wouldn't mind just getting it over with. Byzantium Frightport.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Paradise found. Bejus. Levia. Mm, mm. Where am I? Skirt.
Do you
There.
mind? I'm meeting someone.
What a coincidence, me too.
Oh. You mean I'm supposed to be meeting you?
Why do you
Nothing,
sound
it's
surprised?
just- I thought you'd be taller. Anyway, let's not
Have you
get
seen my
hung
hat?
up on that. The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium.
Let's get this over with. You have information for me?
You're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded.
I think it's some work to do. Because we lost the vicar, right? It's probably good. Squizzy? It's over here. Nothing.
Are you still tinkering with that?
It's not gonna fix itself.
Don't we have repair drones for that kind of thing?
This was a repair drone. What do you think you're
No,
doing?
you're right, you're right.
I can take a hint.
Didn't think you could see me, but apparently you can't. Yeah, you probably can. Well, I thought you were like right here, but I understand. Elevator? Sorry, bored. Am I allowed to go through? Sealed. What do you got there? We're just gonna go up top. Seems like. Her body. Li. I didn't mean to talk to you. One of the holster.
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
In knowing that anything
Nothing wrong.
antibiotics cannot stop will probably kill you quickly.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Want to be famous?
What do I gotta
Kid,
do?
You got presence. Natural magnetism. Know what I mean?
Is that why bullets find me wherever I
That's
go?
gold. Next time, we'll have you say that over the rim of a Trippistout. Product placement, baby. Listen, you got an agent? Some kind of representation?
Consider myself
Fresh,
freelance.
natural talent. I know it when I see it. Listen, you got a real special quality, raw energy. I see you in pictures, kid.
That's disgusting. Never agreed to that.
Ha! A sense of humor, that's good. Every picture needs some comedy. I'm making a feature, Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit.
You just see that?
But we still need a star. And I think you got the chops.
Not so
I got the
fast.
chaps.
First, we gotta talk about royalties.
That's why I have
Let's
you here,
just see
Ellie.
where this audition goes, huh? So what do you say? Terrific.
I'm in.
We're holding auditions at the studio. Head to Odeon Pictures and take the elevator. You're going all the way to the top, baby.
Thank you. I'm be over here. Sealed.
Anti-Creo's energizer point.
So everything's closed around
According
here.
to local legend, if you
So
walk
we have a
around
view.
the orrery 3 times, your corporate rival will die of a paper cut. You think I'd get arrested if I climbed up on that to get a look at the gearings? Nah, probably just shot.
CNP, I can't believe it's not forced. It's unbelievable how good it is. Spacer's Choice Adreno.
Nothing happened. You liar. Fool. Can go that way. That reminds me, I should probably finish Re-Up Review. I stopped, like, I don't mind the game, but I stopped playing it because, like, the game's kind of, like,
I'm afraid I
it
can't
ran
come
bad.
down anymore, my good man.
It's been over a year now, I think. It'll be time to, like, maybe finish up.
Rizzo's purple berry punch. You want a punch? We got you just right.
I'm just a fan. Alrighty. Ellie. It's gonna be this side.
My cousin's in pictures. That business makes piracy look civil.
If you could just leave me back at the ship, I'm sure there's something ought to be fixing now.
Nope.
Great.
We're gonna be in our own feature film.
I know you're expecting a script, but you're the real deal. Just go in there and do what feels natural.
Okay, but you should know I drink a lot of water before coming
That's
here.
the kind of energy I'm talking about. Real, raw, spontaneous. Give us more of that. We gave the other actors real weapons to keep things authentic. And because Josh is paying to see their logo on the big screen.
I don't think that's a
Don't
good
fake
idea.
it, just act. Now
Okay.
go in there, find your mark, and show us what...
Well, well. Here to stop us at last, Captain Steele? You're too late. All of this settlement CNP Hungry Time food pills, same nutritional value, but now with added filler, are ours. With their patented stomach stuffing effects and baseline vitamin content, we will be nigh unstoppable.
How does CMP manage to fit more in something so tiny? They're
Trying to
geniuses.
snag my CNP endorsement? Take it easy.
Are we on camera now? Because I really don't care to be.
Do you remember the last time we faced each other? The Battle of Axejack, staring one another down across the void of space while flaming debris fell like rain around us.
I'm confused. Have we actually met before?
Oh, I'm sorry, am I not giving the scene enough energy for you? I had you surrounded and outgunned, but you overcame my superior numbers with tactical thinking and a Hammersmith limited edition grenade launcher. I've been waiting for 5 years now, and at last my day for vengeance has come.
When is
Damn
that
it!
day?
Don't upstage me. I have this whole port wired with sub-micro energon transistors. Once we're away, I'll activate the gamma particulate field, and the quantaponic chain reaction will turn this whole place into vaporized plasma.
Data, calibration,
What
microscope.
the fuck are you doing?
Saying science words. Isn't that what's isn't that what's happening now?
I'm supposed to say the science words. You're just making me look bad. I hope you've paid your burial fees and signed your personal death and dismemberment waivers, because this is the end for you.
Good, because I still don't know what's going on.
Fuck! How does Maverick expect me to compete with this? I can improvise too. Safety's off, everyone.
Don't you worry, I will.
There's my star. Walk and talk with me. Finally, a
I'm gonna
hero
do that.
audiences can relate to. That was pure genius. We're gonna rake in the bits and the awards with this one.
We're doing what? Sounds like hard
You
work.
bet it is. But that's show business. It'll take months to get your contract lined up, but it'll be worth it. This fee is just the beginning.
A Star
Stick with
is
me,
Born.
and you'll take us
Starred
both to
in
the
an
top.
Odeon Pictures movie.
That was pure poetry, right out of a greeting card.
Personal space. Get me out of here. Alright, that's done. Both of you are glowing, really. Like, are you being cooked? Like 1,000 degrees in here. Hold. Oh, we're inside, that's why. I thought this was just a door. But I remember. I remember. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, dum, bum. Destiny is still down, look at that. Cosmo, you genius.
Rizzo's Lemon Slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
So, how many times have you seen terror on Monarch?
Citizens,
Never.
today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history.
Chairman Rockwell. Estates District discovered.
Is it me or could... There's my parents' place. Smell that? Industrial grade cleaning solvent in desperation.
Don't worry, I got my LMG out.
Marilyn, is that you?
Loss.
With your
We
spoon.
certainly didn't expect to see you like this. And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble.
Spits on the floor. Fancy place. I'll probably be taking a few
There
teeth
you
with
go
me.
again, Captain. Always menacing, polite society. Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right?
Theft, vandalism, profanity, you name it. We've done it at least twice.
Yep, we're a pair of disgraceful lowlifes.
I wouldn't say profanity.
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
Don't treat her like that. She came a long way to
I
see
mean,
you.
we had other business in Byzantium, so it's not like we went out of our way. But you can't just kick us out. We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors.
Wait, hold up. These floors aren't just nice, they're top quality marble.
She's right. Since when can you afford authentic Terran marble?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand. We hadn't heard from you in ages.
We thought you were dead.
It's not for the lack of trying. Believe me.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
Why do I get the feeling you people are about to apologize for something?
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather, substantial.
So they're criminals.
You what?
Talk about making lemons slap from out of lemons.
What vulgar company you keep, Marilyn.
Well, now that I'm here, I guess you'll just have to report back that I'm very much alive and kicking.
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
Until Nellie's back, you'll be the talk of the town.
That's the other problem.
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we?
I'll have you know Ellie's a professional miscreant.
Shh. Someone could hear you.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks.
It's a pretty funny story.
Hey! You're supposed to be on my side. Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with pirates or raptidons? And what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that. We were just about to ask you to, leave.
Quietly, if you don't mind.
If you really knew your daughter, you'd know quiet is not in her vocabulary.
She hasn't changed a bit, I see.
That's it? You just want us to disappear now?
Say the word, Ellie.
Marilyn, please.
Don't cause a scene.
I don't know about you, Ellie, but I'm ready to cause a scene.
Let's just get out of here, Captain. Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time.
After you.
Let's talk outside.
Okay. I will burn this whole place down if you ask me to. Don't do that. Better than nature.
Can we talk? Can you believe those two? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage.
I shouldn't have gotten so upset. I don't know, they all sound like garbage.
It would play out differently. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed.
That is a very specific fantasy.
I'm getting to the good part. I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either, the leather's fake but the scars are real, or, oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug?
Hold on. How about it's payback time, and I'm collecting with interest?
Yeah, I'm gonna use that one day. Now, getting back to my story. Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me, to come back and make a big scene. Then, Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be red, and she'd have her fist in front of her mouth to stifle a sob.
You're really hurt,
I'm
aren't
not
you?
hurt. I'm outraged. Affronted, even. I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know? And I've got a reputation to maintain.
That sounds familiar.
I hope you don't think I'm talking about this because I want to be introspective.
This episode reflects on
But I
them,
want to
not
talk
you.
about me now.
You gotta surround yourself with people who actually look out for you.
Unless you mean the kind who look out for you to blink so they could swipe your bits. The galaxy's not exactly crawling with those. Anyway, I don't want to sift through this
Enjoy my
lousy
prison.
experience for meaningful life lessons. I'm mad, and I want to do something about it. Something
TP the house.
like... Wait a second. What if I could get that money?
I don't follow.
The payouts are already scheduled. What if I could get the money routed to an account of my own?
The money won't make you feel any better
Want
about what
bet?
happened.
I've got some big appetites, and they're all cheap. I
You
could
have a
open
plan?
a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. And I'll get to cut them off.
Quite the role
As
reversal.
long as I don't develop a taste for Wool Gonzola and bad legal dramas, that's fine by me. My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Byzantium. Maybe you could use some of your people skills to help me set up a dummy beneficiary account.
Say no more.
If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of their terminals and do it ourselves.
I saw a letter in their mailbox. They're in
What a
Fallbrook.
relief. The less time we have to spend in Byzantium, the better.
Let's go. Do I have to go back to Fallbrook? I can't just go to the insurance office? Or can I? Well, you go to the insurance office in Byzantium. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do this first. Because we're gonna be leaving this area, might as well,
Dr. Finhill. I notice your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about? I oil it every night.
Well, look here. Your slide's not recoiling fully. You might be due for a new spring. I could take a look, maybe fix it for you.
Sure. I'm short on bits at the moment, but I'll pay you back.
Oh, no. I mean, it don't cost nothing. I got a spare spring in my pocket here, even.
Everything's got a price.
wanna look at each other? Eh. How you doing?
You take real good care of your pistol, Dr. Fenhill.
I oughta. It's kept me alive this long.
I mean, you treat it nice. Makes me happy to see, because I feel the same way about my wrench.
Can't you just
Look,
see
it's a tool that does a job. Feelings got nothing to do with it.
For the last time.
Axis?
Are you someone I can talk to? I don't know, I can hear you.
Another rung leech wandering through the streets of Byzantium. Why, just this morning I thought to myself, as lovely as the gardens are, what they really need is more greasy vagrants frolicking through them. And here you are, frolicking.
Frolicking? Guys, do I frolic?
Hey, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Own it.
Well, whatever you call it, do it elsewhere, and take your merry band with you. Honestly, what is the board thinking letting so many of your ilk into the city proper? It's madness.
The board isn't supposed to let people into the city. How'd you get
I
here?
earned my place here, just like everyone else. My grandfather was the CIO at Tile, you see.
What's a CIO?
Chief Idea Officer. He came up with all the best ideas for their products. You know the font they use for Stogie Slims? That was him. Well, he
What?
described the idea of it to their font development team, then picked it from a list of choices, but that's basically the same thing. It was a very long list.
You come from a genius. What other ideas did he come up with?
Let's see. He picked the colors they included in rainbow chips. No one else wanted purple, but he insisted. Everyone loves the purple ones.
Of course.
And you know how the
I know,
Cosmic Smoke
he's a
logo
genius.
has an eye in the middle of a heptagon? He said that one came to him in a dream. He was a true
It had to have.
visionary.
It's, you know, one
so
man
far
could think of
ahead
that.
his time.
But did you do... What did you do to
I
earn your
just told
place
you.
here?
My grandfather made millions of bits as CIO, and I earned them from him.
Inheriting bits isn't the same
Of course
as
it
earning
is.
them.
Wealth is the most visible, objective measure of success. And success isn't given to you, it's earned. My grandfather taught me that. If you have wealth, you're successful. And if you're successful, you must have earned it.
Probably have more money
Honestly,
than you.
It's a simple concept.
I see,
You're
thanks.
welcome. Now, do we have any further business, or are you just here for the repartee?
Do you actually have any
But
more
now
dialogue
we are
that's worthy?
overrun with the unworthy and the ungrateful, and this early retirement nonsense is making it even worse.
Exactly, I agree. No one should be handed
Yes,
anything.
thank you. Goodness, what's the system coming to when unkempt vagabonds are making more sense than the board itself? By simply winning a lottery, those early retirees get an exclusive district of Byzantium to themselves. No one else is even allowed to go there. Tell me, how is that fair?
You're right,
Exactly. It's not right. I deserve to see any district I please. Why, if it weren't guarded, I'd... You know, you look like you've been shot at before. What's...
She's got a point.
Don't mind if
We're
I do.
probably gonna get shot at anyway. Might as well make a few bits.
Yes. Listen to your... What is that person's job exactly? Are they your secretary? Personal masseuse? Or do you just keep them around as a mobile armrest? Well, it doesn't
A
matter.
little bit of A, a little bit
What's
of B.
important is that you think this is a fabulous arrangement, and you'd be thrilled to lend me your services.
I'll look into it.
Fantastic. Consider yourself employed, vagrant. I hear
Thank
the
you.
chosen retirees all enter the retirement district via the port landing pad, but it's completely locked down. You'd never get in that way. Unless, of
No.
course, you had a wealthy, beautiful benefactor of impeccable social pedigree, which you do. How fortunate for you. These codes will get you past the lockdown. Oh,
Thank you. I don't like the
Sure
O.
have seen a lot of the colony, huh, Dr. Fenhill?
Ellie. And sure, but most of it looks the same from inside a ship.
Sorry, Dr. Ellie. Still, though, don't you find it thrilling?
You've been in
Being in
space.
space?
Where are your
Look,
eyeballs?
it's just Ellie.
Blingsley. We should be fine. Skirt. How you jump? Skirt.
Is Mayfield still drinking? Idiots probably think down at the bar.
Today's trends are tomorrow's trash.
Woman of wisdom, I see.
You, with the hips. Over here.
Let me take a closer.
Me?
Ah.
I didn't know I had hips.
Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. You have a natural contrapposto, my dear. The way you rest
Mr.
your
Katahuda.
weight against your hip suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only by the mighty primal and the well-traveled spacer. Splendid. I love it.
What's that about pasta?
Oh, you slay me. Not pasta, my dear. Contrapposto. To slouch fashionably. One's posture reveals the quality of one's character. I'm Celeste Jolicoeur, and you, my dear, are exactly what Byzantium needs.
It's like you read in my mind.
Darling, you and that brutish swagger of yours have been on my mind the moment you stepped into my studio. I'm working on a new line of clothing that will shock this city to its core, and I'd like your help. What do you say, my dear? Care to make history with me?
Sounds like fun.
Marvelous! You and I are gonna wake this city up like a cold splash of wine to the face. What I need
Where the
is
water
a survey of
tastes
the
like wine.
outside world. What does the common laborer wear? How do the wild-eyed madmen of Monarch dress themselves? I've heard rumors, but I require samples. Also, I expect you to model for me.
Any excuse to admire my looks, huh? Can't blame
Oh,
you.
you cad. You'll be the talk of Byzantium once I'm done with you. I'll need you to model for me the following: the apparel of an iconoclast, the armor of a marauder, and a full ensemble of spacer gear, helmet included. And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn by real spacers. None of that garbage spacer's choice pedals.
No tall shoes, though. I mean it.
You have the bearing and demeanor of a born model. You're going to absolutely murder this
Do you
job.
have these outfits? I'll see what I can do.
Fabulous! I can't wait to see what you dredge up. If I were an enterprising spacer in need of a wardrobe, I'd probably head to the Groundbreaker.
And I might even have it in storage. My engineer's going on a date and she needs a fine outfit.
So forward about my reasons, Captain.
Let me get a good look at you. Turn around, please, darling. My word, such muscular shoulders. You're a vision, dear.
I am no such thing, ma'am.
Nonsense, you're absolutely lovely. Chin up now. I have just the thing for you. Let me do a back-of-the-envelope calculation. Materials, labor, licensing and copyright. There.
She's an engineer. You think she can afford that? She needs to impress her true love.
That's the ultimate luxury, darling. Love. Oh, gracious me.
I don't get why that's funny, ma'am.
Oh, my cherub. Who woos for love anymore? That's so... precious. All right, Captain. Here is the absolute best I can do for you.
Thank you.
There are some things I simply cannot skimp on, darling. Such a lovely young lady deserves the best. Now stand back. Back! I'll enter the settings and get these machines spinning. You'll be broke to bespoke in merely an hour. And there we are, my darling girl. I wish you a splendiferous evening. And if you don't mind my asking, have you any interest in modeling?
What? Oh, no, ma'am. All them eyes staring at me? I couldn't. No way, no how. I get scared just thinking on it.
I wish you weren't so shy, my Violet. You truly are beautiful. I hope your date sees that as clearly as I.
Alright, well.
Oh, how grotesque! I always suspected the dramas did no justice to real marauders. Their armor is so much more hideous in person. 2 outfits remain.
Do I have Ironclast? Marauder. I think I have a helmet though. Alright, well, we'll do that next time. Oh, you know what?
Goodness. Look at those atrocious contours. The sheer brutality of its design offends the senses and shocks
I
the
doubt I have
mind
the other
into a
armor.
state of palpable excitement. I adore it.
Is this
One
groundbreaker
outfit
stuff?
left.
I'm gonna look it up. We probably have him in storage. Alright, well, do more next time. Save for me, it's fine.